guys. So we got some real powerful, real transformative energy coming in this weekend. All 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have some big business going on. On Friday, we have a really hardcore grand trine and earth signs that is going on between the moon in Virgo, Pluto in Capricorn, and the north node in Taurus. This is definitely going to be causing some transformations that send us flying in a new direction. We have the sun moving to Pisces on Saturday. On Sunday, you guys, we have some hardcore ERIS point activations going on, and we're going to be breaking free from anything that is still holding us back from pursuing what we are truly passionate about and what we truly desire. Really a powerhouse weekend of energetics going on that are trying to move us forward in a radically new direction and bring about some big transformations into our lives. Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Today is Friday, February 18th, 2022. My name is Aubrey, and this is your astrological outlook for the weekend. As I mentioned in my intro, I'm going to be talking about the energy for Friday, the energy for Saturday, and the energy for Sunday. And if you guys want to make life easier for yourselves, I'm going to link in the description box below the timestamps for what time I start talking about each of those days, in case you just want to go to the day, click the timestamp, and voila, you're right there without having to navigate through all of the other information about the other days. So that will be there for you guys too. Let's get into the report. There is a lot to talk about, you guys. Friday is a really, really powerful day. We've had a lot of really powerful days going on lately, but Friday, we have a grand trine and earth signs going on with, like I said in the beginning, the moon in Virgo. The north node in Taurus and Pluto in Capricorn. Now, when we're just thinking about this energy, Pluto, this is death and rebirth. This is the ultimate in power and also surrender. This is also regeneration and purification and healing. And we also have a south node in Scorpio right now, ruled by Pluto, talking about the need to be really releasing some of these really dark, complex, toxic emotions that we may have been carrying for some period of time. The north node in Taurus, this is, and that's Pluto, right? So that's the Pluto aspect of this trine that we have going on in earth signs. And to break it down even further, trines, these are aspects that facilitate things. They help things to happen. When trines are operating, things have a tendency of sort of just falling into place, they're just naturally happening. And with this trine and earth signs, this is our physical reality. This is our physical world. This is things physically, tangibly happening in our story, in our experience that we are living, essentially, with it being in earth signs. And then when we bring in the north node, this is the future. This is destiny. This is the path ahead. This is the next phase of growth. This is the next lesson plan. This is what we need to learn and grow and evolve into at this point in time, and this point in our experience. And then, that third planet making this grand trine happen today is the moon in Virgo. And so this is talking about our emotions, our internal environment, what's going on inside of us. And Virgo is also the sign of a healer. It's an emotional healing that is going on as part of this process that we have in effect this weekend as well on Friday with this big aspect. So we also, that's the primary aspect that we have going on Friday that I'm going to be talking about. But there are other features of Friday's chart that I sort of want to lead with before I dive back into all of the specifics of that particular aspect. But we have some very, very powerful energy, very powerful spiritual energy specifically coming through and present on Friday. And really, it's sort of like the veil is being lifted on Friday energetically, and we are being able to see and perceive the truth in the context of any illusion that we may have been operating under. That is another big dynamic of the energy this weekend, is really trying to break us free from any type of illusions that we have been, maintaining or perceiving or believing that have been preventing us from taking the action that we need to take to move ourselves forward in alignment with our authentic truth at this point in time. There's also a major emphasis on release, transformation, and healing of old wounds going on, especially in regards to our thoughts and our mind, with the moon being in Virgo on Friday. Definitely, this is representing as well this energy that we have present on Friday, an internal realignment and reintegration that is also underway at this moment. And we have some powerful energy today, Friday, that is causing us to reflect on where we've been deceived. Like I said, more of this breaking out of any type of illusion type of energy, and it's helping us to make some powerful changes and transformations in our lives to let go of these negative emotions, these toxic emotions that maybe have been holding us back from breaking the final bondage that is keeping us out of that authentic alignment that universe so badly wants us to be following and pursuing at this point in time. Definitely on Friday, some big time death and rebirth energy going on, trying to empower us. That is this entire weekend, this entire month, actually, honestly, this entire 2021 year and now moving into 22, self-empowerment has really been a major theme that's been ongoing. That is really one thing that universe is definitely trying to do for us, is really empower us into our own greatness. And we have more aspects coming in this weekend that are really pushing for that cause. And Friday is another really big one, wanting to help us take back ownership over our own lives and our experiences and really become the master of our own destiny in conjunction, in collaboration with God and universe as we go forth into this age of Aquarius, into this new Aquarian paradigm. The Sabian symbols today on Friday, you guys, are crazy spiritual, crazy powerful, pretty much just like across the board. I'm going to read them all to you because there's a really powerful imprint going on today symbolically as well. And we have the moon in Virgo, as I've mentioned, not only forming this grand trine in earth signs with the North Node and Pluto today, but the moon will also be forming an opposition to Neptune today as well, while Neptune is finally changing degrees. Neptune has been holed out at 22 degrees of Pisces. Neptune is moving to 23 degrees of Pisces today, while the moon comes into opposition. That Sabian symbol is interesting too. I'll talk about it in a minute. And we also have Venus and Mars still in a conjunction, exact conjunction on Friday, and Chiron is also changing degrees on Friday. So we have some energetic vibrational shifts going on. We have Neptune changing degrees, we have Chiron changing degrees, and then we have these big aspects in play. We have this big, huge, powerful, grand Earth trine with the moon, Pluto, in the North Node, and then also that moon in Virgo forming the opposition to Neptune, who is changing degrees today as well. Let's talk about Neptune. Let's start with Neptune. Neptune is moving today to 23 degrees of Pisces. The Sabian symbol of that degree, or that degree described in a picture form, so that we can just get a better idea of what is likely to happen in our physical reality when this specific degree is activated, how any aspects are really contributing to this overall constantly unfolding cosmic blueprint that we interpret here on this channel. I always like to look at the Sabian symbols because they really just give us that extra layer of clarity in interpreting any given aspect on any given day. And so 23 degrees of Pisces, where the Neptune planet, the spiritual planet, ruler of Pisces, is moving today. That Sabian symbol is a materializing medium giving a seance. So I definitely feel with the moon, our intuition, our emotions, our internal environment coming to an opposition with Neptune in his home sign of Pisces. This is a very, very strong spiritual energy. And now at this degree, the materializing medium giving a seance, this is a very, very open door to the spiritual world in this energy today. Intuition, intuitive urges may be very, very strong. Spiritual guidance, very strong. Synchronicities, symbols, like any way that you communicate with spirit, the divine, your higher self, be open and on the lookout for that today, because spiritual guidance definitely coming through, and we definitely have an ability to really bridge the physical and the spiritual world today with Neptune moving to this degree while the moon is forming the opposition, really internally being guided by that more spiritual energy that is available to us today. Seeking out spiritual guidance or connecting with the divine in any way that you do so may be a really strong inner calling today with that moon in opposition. There may be just this like really strong internal drive to connect to a higher power today with the moon in opposition to Neptune at this degree. This may also be revealing to us where we have been deceived or in an illusion about something that actually has a healing impact on our mind and our soul. The moon today being in the sign of Virgo, sign of the healer, ruled by Mercury. We also have Mercury, the ruler of Virgo today, where the moon is at 4 degrees of Aquarius. That Sabian symbol is a Hindu healer, glows with a mystic healing power. And so, whatever spiritual connection or spiritual guidance or intuitive calling or whatever illusion we're busting through or gaining clarity about today, this definitely should be having some type of healing impact on our mind, on our thoughts, on our perceptions and understanding of what we're navigating and what we're going through right now. Very, very strong intuition though today, and very, very strong, potent spiritual connection type of energy. Now let's get back, that being said, that just like out there, so we know that that is going on alongside the energetics today. Let's get back into this big grand trine and earth signs that we are getting as a result of the moon in Virgo, Pluto in Capricorn, and the North Node in Taurus. So this, as I've alluded to, as I've very clearly mentioned, is a really big aspect. Deep, profound internal changes and transformations just happening now that are helping to move us forward in a new direction that is more authentically aligned with the truth of what we actually authentically want and desire and are passionate about at this point in time, with Mars and Venus also together in the sky. Things are being rectified and exposed within government, authority, leadership positions, established, like long time established systems of power, bosses, just like upper management, corporations, institutions, stuff like that. Definitely in this energy with the North Node and Pluto in Capricorn, North Node in Taurus, that moon in Virgo, in these earth signs, we could definitely see some sort of like crumbling of certain types of establishments and like a rebirth in one way or another, or just a clearing of illusion or coming to some type of greater understanding that really, really transforms a lot of the feelings that we've been holding inside and a lot of our perceptions and understandings about things. Again, it could be having this mentally healing aspect of it today as well with the moon in Virgo, while Mercury is also at that degree. Also today, I mentioned that we have Chiron moving to 11 degrees of Aries today. 11 degrees of Aries, that Sabian symbol is the ruler of a nation. So while we have Pluto in Capricorn talking about death and rebirth of long established orders of power, forming the trine to the North Node, the next step, the path ahead, where we're going next, and the moon forming that trine today, we also have Chiron moving to this degree, the ruler of a nation. So I would expect while Chiron is actually at this degree over the next like few weeks, that there may be some healing collectively that is going on in terms of any types of abuses of power or corruption that have been going on in like upper management, government, stuff like that. Definitely putting a highlight, actually an additional highlight on rectifying and healing those issues, that corruption or any abuse of power across the board when it comes to leadership and authority. This could also bring, okay, so that's that. Now let's get back to this trine in and of itself today on a more personal level. This could also be bringing up some like really, really deep, profound, powerful feelings that are surfacing now to be cleared and transformed and transcended and moved on from with this energy. Ultimately, this grand trine today, this energy is internally empowering us. Like that's what the push is for. That is what universe is trying to make happen with these aspects that we have going on this weekend. And there are definitely some shifts going on in the energy today. Again, we have Neptune moving, we have Chiron moving, and the sun is about to move or is in the process of moving to the sign of Pisces as well. So kind of more of this transformation energy across the board that we have going on Friday, but also with this really strong spiritually empowered component to it as well. Now let's talk about the Sabian symbols that we have in effect for Friday, because like I said, they're like pretty big. They're pretty significant, I feel like, in the context of the other energy that we have going on for Friday. So we have the sun on Friday at 30 degrees of Aquarius. That Sabian symbol is moonlit fields, once Babylon, are blooming white. Again, this to me is talking about this like grand rectification process, this death and rebirth of what was inverted and what was toxic and what was not like conducive to the growth and the development and the evolution, having been cleared, having been purged, having been purified, and now standing in a place of like authentic growth and being like nurtured and blooming white back into the organic original intentions of whatever was meant to grow there, coming from that inversion, this death and rebirth energy being spoken about by the position of the sun today. We have the earth today at 30 degrees of Leo. That Sabian symbol is an unsealed letter, has vital and confidential information. Whatever we are learning, whatever illusion we are coming out of at this point in time, whatever like fog is clearing or deception is being rectified for us, it's definitely like pretty profound, and it contains vital and confidential information that we can really use to help move ourselves forward. It's like a missing piece of a puzzle that we might be gaining in terms of information or something coming through somehow this weekend. We have Mercury, as I stated, for Aquarius. A Hindu healer grows with a mystic healing power, something about our mind being healed or the healing power of the mind being very present on Friday as well. We have Venus and Mars together at 19 degrees of Capricorn. A child of about 5 carrying a huge shopping bag filled with groceries. There could be some inner child healing that is intertwined with this as well, but it's also telling us that we have the resources that we need to nurture ourselves in our path moving forward. We have Jupiter, 12 degrees of Pisces, an examination of initiates in the sanctuary of an occult brotherhood. The things that we are going on right now, in and of ourselves, that could be in a very personal and deep like way internally, are actually leading us to this initiation and moving forward down this new path, totally prepared to embody and encompass the energy and the vibration that will lead to our success as we go in this new direction. We have Saturn at 18 degrees of Aquarius right now. That Sabian symbol is a man's secret motives are being publicly unmasked. This is about seeing the whole truth, clearing that deception, coming out of that illusion, the mask coming off, whether it is in regards to our own truth that we're stepping into, or whether it has to do with things that we have been operating under a false understanding of, and now, we are really seeing the clear and whole picture of it. We have, as I said, Neptune moving to 23 degrees of Pisces today, a materializing medium giving a seance. Actually, at the moment that I looked at this chart at 12 p.m. on Friday, Neptune is at 22 degrees and 2 minutes of Pisces, while the moon is forming the opposition in Virgo, and we have this grand cross going on. So if you guys have been following my channel, when those 222s pop up, it has a tendency to be indicating something a little bit significant. So big time Neptune spiritual energy today, and I feel like it is definitely the dose of whatever that we need to really help us go through this transformative process in a way that is benefiting us the most. And I think that's all I really wanted to read for the Sabians, but that's pretty much all of them anyways. Oh yeah, and then Chiron moving to 11 Aries, the ruler of a nation. And so there's just a lot of power, a lot of spiritual power, a lot of transformation, a lot of rectification and healing being described in the energy today. And with the north node of the moon in a trine to Pluto and the moon itself, and this is pretty much almost exact, that this really is a really profound regeneration, purge, transformation, purification, healing period that is going on right now that is trying to empower us, and there is this really strong spiritual energy that is very much motivating it. So The Sabians seem to be fitting right into the story that is happening with the aspects today. Now let's move on. Let's talk about Saturday, shall we? Saturday, February 19th. Saturday is another day of healing, but the healing energy, the healing vibes are really, really strong on Saturday. And we are really reflecting on any imbalances going on within us that are disturbing our inner peace. On Saturday, we have the sun officially moving into the sign of Pisces, discharging 1 degree of Pisces. This is definitely an energetic shift. The sun is moving out of Aquarius, moving into Pisces. This is definitely more of like a bit of a low key vibe. Just more about like merging and connecting and like gaining also that spiritual, like refining our spiritual connection, I feel like is what we're going to be doing as the sun transits Pisces right now and we head towards Pisces season in the context of all of this other energy that we have going on. On Saturday, we also have the moon in Libra, which will be forming a trine to Mercury, but also in opposition to Chiron, who just changed degrees in Aries, while we have Venus and Mars still in a conjunction. There may be some major relationship themes wrapped up in this as the moon in Libra, which is ruled by Venus, comes into the opposition with Chiron, which is ruled by Mars, and Venus and Mars are both together in the sky right now in the sign of Capricorn. It's like, what physical changes do we need to make right now and to take action to heal our heart, and so that we can gain that sense of inner peace and restore that balance in our inner sense of self-worth. A lot of this is having to do also on Friday with where our head is at. What's going on in our mind? What is our mindset and what are we focusing on? We have the earth on Saturday at 1 degree of Pisces. That Sabian symbol is in a portrait. The significant features of a man's head are artistically emphasized. So I feel like this is talking about on Saturday that what is going on inside of our head, what the significant features of our focus and our mind are really going to be playing pretty significant role in our experiences and also in this process of healing that is underway and that universe is trying to bring us on Saturday. Big time relationship stuff going on this weekend, you guys. I can't honestly even remember if I've already like really emphasized that in the energy for Friday, but really big, powerful relationship shifts, transformations, breakdowns, connections is a theme all weekend as well. A lot of the energy that we're dealing with on Saturday, though, like I said, you know, it has to do with our mindset. It has to do with our perspective, what we're looking at and what's going on, where our focus is. But we are also being very karmically supported in becoming mentally empowered to be our own leader in this energy. We have Mercury ruling the mind at 5 degrees of Aquarius on Saturday. That Sabian symbol is a council of ancestors are implementing the efforts of a young leader. So it's almost like we're getting like this karmic spiritual support from the ancestors or our spirit guides, or, you know, however you view that type of thing, that is really trying to help us mentally empower ourselves to be able to navigate this energy and these changes properly, because we're heading into the age of Aquarius, you guys. This is an air paradigm. The power of our mind, the power of our thoughts, the power of the information that we hold within us and what we are focusing our cerebral energy on is going to be very powerful in our reality. And that really is what universe is trying to teach us right now in this energy, is that, you know, we really need to gain this mastery over our mind, over our thoughts. And we have a council of ancestors today, you guys, that is really trying to help us get our head together. Definitely, though, with the moon in Libra forming the opposition to Chiron in Aries, this is likely to have us reflecting on our own healing process and trying to restore the balance within us. And also that is empowering us to pursue and manifest and create our authentic passions and desires. With Venus and Mars together in the sky right now, the moon in Libra, ruled by Venus, opposing Chiron in Aries, ruled by Mars. Chiron is the wounded healer teacher archetype. Chiron in Aries right now really wants us to have the incentive and be motivated and take action to really begin healing our issues. And with the moon in Libra in opposition, this is healing our heart, healing any lack of balance that is still within us, like trying to go through this healing process and heal these old wounds and stuff so that we can arrive at this inner peace and really be able to, use that sense of inner peace, inner wholeness, inner worth, inner value, and a rectified heart space to propel us forward and motivate us to really create and manifest what we really desire and what we're really passionate about, to really pursue and go after and fertilize our dreams, because they can really come into reality right now, especially with Mars and Venus in the conjunction in Capricorn, sign of manifestation and grounding things into reality. So the energy on Saturday very much is about, likely to have us be reflecting on our wounds, reflecting on where we've been hurt, especially in relationships, and what healing we have left to do, what has been out of balance, what has been unjust, where has unfairness been present, and especially in terms of our relationship to ourselves, because a lot of times when we find ourselves in bad relationships or in toxic relationships, it really has more to do with the relationship that we have to our own self that we're not realizing. And as a result of that, that is also the relationship dynamic that we are subconsciously attracting. And this energy right now is really, especially with the North Node in Taurus, ruled by Venus again, South Node in Scorpio, trying to help us release, purge, purify, transcend these negative emotions, these negative thoughts, behavior patterns, psychic complexes deeply rooted within us that have been keeping us from attracting what we truly want and desire. And the energy this weekend, as part of all of this transformation that we have going on right now, is pushing us in that direction. So let us talk now about the energy for Sunday. Sunday could be a little rocky. Sunday, we have some major ERIS point activations going on. The ERIS point is the 1 degree in the zodiac that is really, really all about breaking the chains on anything that is restricting or holding us back from our authentic truth. The Sabian symbol for the ERIS point is a boxer entering the ring. When the ERIS point is being activated, a lot of times we are ready for a fight, or we are, in fighting mode, but it's not, fighting for the purpose of fighting. It's fighting for the purpose of righteousness and truth and freedom, first and foremost, above all else. And the way the ERIS point is being activated on Sunday is could create a bit of tension. We have the moon that will be in Libra forming an exact opposition to the ERIS point. The ERIS point is located at 21 degrees of Aries. The moon will be coming to that degree on Sunday in the sign of Libra. Simultaneously, we also on Sunday are going to be having Venus and Mars located at 20 degrees of Capricorn. So we're talking about Aries, the ERIS point, Capricorn, and Libra. These are cardinal signs. That means that we are setting up a T-square. We're going to have the moon in the opposition to the ERIS point, and simultaneously Venus and Mars squaring both the moon and the ERIS point. So this could be bringing up some issues in relationships for sure. Relationship conflicts may be a thing that is going on Sunday. But that being said, and I will talk a little bit more about this in a minute, but that being said, the energy on Sunday is really asking us to stay out of fear and to hold on to our faith, to fall back on our faith, and to really live in our faith and not in, any state of fear that might be being provoked by circumstances that are going on Sunday. There could be, as I said, some really big time relationship issues going on. Also, you guys, on Sunday, we got a lot of 2s back again in the chart, in the energy chart of the day. It's the 20th, 2022, 222. We also have both the sun and the earth at 2 degrees of Pisces and Virgo. We also have Venus and Mars at 20 degrees of Capricorn. And with all of these 2s again present today and these ERIS point activations going on as well, I do feel like today, Sunday, is probably another pretty critical day in our collective evolution and vibrational transcendence into the age of Aquarius. There could definitely be some things going on Sunday that are not comfortable, that might not necessarily be fun, but that are definitely breaking us out of things that we've been resisting, but that we need to free ourselves from in order to move forward with this authentic alignment and go on to create this abundance and fulfillment and joy based on being able to truly pursue our passions and desires and what we came into this reality to experience. So today, may hold a little bit of extra significance in our conscious awakening and that vibrational shift in alignment with the age of Aquarius that is incoming now. We have that big time ERIS point energy going on for sure, being activated, big deal on Sunday, throwing off chains from whatever is still holding us back from aligning with and pursuing that authentic truth. A sense of self-empowerment, though, is also definitely driving this whatever is transpiring on Sunday with Venus and Mars in the conjunction together in the square to both the ERIS point and also into the square to the moon in Libra, the sign of relationships, the sign of partnerships ruled by Venus. So we have the moon in Libra ruled by Venus, sign of relationships and partnerships, squaring Venus and Mars, the cosmic lovers, also in the sign to the ERIS point. This is us breaking out finally from toxic relationships that are not serving us, or breaking our inhibitions and pursuing relationships and connections that maybe we have been holding ourselves back from as well in this energy. We may decide to stop hiding from ourselves and our fears today as we seek justice and balance, that Libra moon, and choose our heart's true passions and desires over the restrictions that kept us from them, maybe up until this point in time. We're also taking things very seriously on Sunday. That moon in Libra is also forming a trine to Saturn, and we are likely to be making mature choices and decisions that can really help move our plans and goals forward. All this energy on Sunday is really making us individually sort of a force to be reckoned with. Again, a lot of this stems from this rebirth in our perception and our mindset on ourselves and reality that is also present, that is also going on, and that has been going on in this energy all weekend. So really, at the end of the day, this whole weekend, there's so much energy going on about big time transformations, release, purge, purification, regeneration, moving us forward in a new direction that is divinely aligned with the truth of our highest potential and what will bring us fulfillment and joy. We also then have the sun moving into Pisces, energetic transfer. There's some vibrational shifts going on this weekend, a lot of heart healing energy. What do we have left to heal? Reflecting on what we need to do, how we need to act to gain this sense of internal balance and come into the sense of self-empowerment. And then on Sunday, you guys, we are definitely just breaking our own inhibitions or breaking free from what has been preventing us from pursuing what we love, what we desire, what we're passionate about, and what will truly bring us that authentic fulfillment. So very significant weekend, you guys, in this collective transformation that we are on right now. And after that full moon in Leo that was in that grand cross with the North and the South node, fate and destiny are definitely activated. We are, jumping over the hurdles that we need to do in order so that we can really make this shift into the age of Aquarius, and things are falling away, but more things are coming in. And overall, could be some difficult energetics that we're navigating this weekend, but is moving us in the right direction. It is all for to bring us in alignment with our best and our highest. So that is what I have for the report today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends if you think they would be interested, leave me comments, you guys, and come back with me on Tuesday